안녕하세요, 엉클준입니다. 오늘 엉클준과 함께 플레이해볼 게임은 Fare thee well. 니마 안녕히 가소서. 한여름에 들려드리는 가슴 찡한 눈의 이별 스토리입니다. 여러분 지금 엉클준과 함께 Fare thee well을 플레이하고 있습니다. Fare thee well played by the Uncle Jun Game TV. 구독과 좋아요 부탁해요. Subscribe, like please. Fare thee well. The story of a lonely man. A wanderer, a wayfarer, a stranger, and the sleepy town he found in the snow. One winter night, December 1967, I'm alone, wayfaring stranger. Traveling through this world of woe, but there is no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright land to which I go. The strong winter wind beat down all around me. I pull my coat ever closer. I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there no matter too long. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. Down the road, I walked covered in cold snow. I had no one to meet and nowhere to go. I know that cloud will gather around me. I know my way is rough and steep, but golden hills lie out before me, where God leading shall ever sleep. I need to find somewhere better than this. I can't feel a thing. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. Suddenly, I see light in the brave midwinter. A small town nestled deep in the woods. Asleep, dreaming the best of all except for all single brick building. Its window glowing with light. Beacons for the lost. I see it above a dimly light sign flicker above the entrance on its name emblazoned in pale gold golden letters. The house and home, I will do. I push past the door and enter in out of the snow night. Once inside, I take off my gloves and rub my hands together for warmth. It takes too long to feel my fingers again. I close my tired eyes and take in the sound of the bar. It's busier than I'd expect to in a town like this. There is low murmur dispersed in the air. Some people are here in groups, and many are like me, alone. It's good to see people again. I slip my gloves into my coat and take a seat. A bartender spots me from behind a row of drying glasses and approaches. Evening, have your place? I only order it so I can stay. The bartender fills a glass from the tap. Traveling through, he places the drink in front of me. The liquid in glass shines like oil under the mellow light. Yeah, I drink it all at once. It brings some fire back into my blood. Can't see, I know what business brought you here. How do you know I'm not traveling for pleasure? Fleet doesn't come this far north this time of year. I'm smart. Maybe I got lost. Maybe you did. He takes my glass and steps away. I take a glance out the window while he is gone. The night is black and thick with snow. I should stay a while longer. It won't let up soon. See the mine population, a little over 2,000. I was able to make out the sign of the highway exit. People the storm got to bed. Originally, I meant to make it all the way to the other side. Hitchhiking got harder after sunset. When it goes too cold to be outside, I heard off the road. The next, the place wasn't too bad. Reminded me of simpler times. I'll stay here for the night. Not that I have a choice. I feel nice just sit for a chance. Something you move so much you feel like you're not the one moving anymore. Like you're drifting. Sometimes, though, it's fine. When I can just stop and let things pass me by. After a while, I notice a change in the air. The curtain of small talk lowers into silence. The clinking of plates and glasses melt away. A small crowd begins to pour in the corner of the bar. I walked over to get a look at what's going on and watch as someone gets up onto a small until stage. It's a girl. A girl in a green dress is about to sing. The girl gazes with her deep brown eyes at the expectant faces all around her. A hush falls over the crowd as she leans into the microphone. Her face betrays not a single emotion, but pure wonder. It's almost as if she is somewhere else, remembering better times, preparing to sing to herself in a world that stood still, hanging off her every word. She begins softly, her voice barely above a whisper. By you bonny banks, and by you bonny breasts, where the sun shines bright in rich Lamont. I know this song, where me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny bank of Rock Lomond. Of course, I know this song. The small birds they sing and the white flowers spring. And in sunshine, the waters are sleeping. Where the broken hearted can no second spring again. Through the awful mind cease from their grieving. We'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be Scotland before you. But me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. After her rendition of Loch Lomond, the girl continues to perform, singing various other folk songs. The audience continues to be mesmerized by every movement of her parted lips. The bar is eerily silent, and not a single person there more. Her voice is magical, perhaps the most beautiful I've heard in all my life. I've never been this absorbed in song before. The voice of the girl in the green dress grows and grows and grows, only to fill the air with complete emotion, feeling sitting with like her voice is endless flowing spring, and listen to it to drink and drink and drink again. I've never felt this way before. I doubt I will again. When she finally finishes her set, the girl in the green dress takes a faithful step back from the microphone. Her skin breathes with sweat. Her chest hips up and down to the rhythmic beat of her exhausted heart. Her posture is tired but proud, her breath short and steady, her eyes somber but bright, vibrant with fire. And as I watch her in the precious little moment of silence, it seems all time stops. The sheer intensity of this moment breaks over me like a cold ocean wave. The sadness I feel at this impermanence, its immediate beginning and end, pull me under. I watch it in fascination, and in that moment, the passage of time resumes. The froze, unhindered, ignorant that so much change had just taken place in my inner self in the brief window of frozen time. That change in my heart had just set forth in motion a long story, one that will not end for a very long time. A story about meeting people, a saying goodbye to people, a story about arrivals and departures, a story about time. I sit alone for a while, taking this all in. After I regain my senses, I shake myself up and return to my seat at the bar. I see someone's cleared my glasses from the counter. The bartender spotted me out of the corner of his eyes and comes on over. Another, I might be staying here longer than I thought. Just one. The man fulfills my request, pouring another glassful of the amber drink and placing it down before me. He takes a look around the bar as the wife some washes plates. The thing is to far from my seat, and I can talk to me while busy night tonight, busier than usual, much. So even this counts as much busier than usual. This must be a smaller town than I'd originally thought. The girl helps. The bartender knows, knowing me. Oh, the girl helps. Is she a real singer? I suppose any singer's a real one. But no, she's not a professional. We could never afford someone like that. Then what is she? She's young, about your age, about my age, one of those student types, a student all way out here. The bartender doesn't seem to take offense on my jab at his hometown. Don't know, she's been in town about a month now. Stay in the motel across the bridge. Usually, we don't have music, but she's willing to work for cheap. She's good. She's affordable. I take a sip of my beer. From the bartender's description, the girl in the green dress seems interesting. 여러분은 지금 엉클준과 함께 Part1을 플레이하고 있습니다. 구독과 좋아요 부탁해요. Subscribe, like please. He seems incredibly unsurprised. No, but you seems like a nice enough guy. So go ahead. I warn you though. No one lets you alone. I take a bigger sip and cock my head. What is that? Seems to be sea or ice cream. She is polite enough. Just doesn't say very much. Doesn't want to open up to anyone about anything. That kind of girl. What about a singer who's too shy to talk to people in a place? Of all the thoughts that crossed my mind while she was on stage, I didn't once imagine her to be shy. I must take a lot of courage to get up there and sing. So she's brave on the outside, but what's on the inside? What makes she shy? There must be something hidden. I'm far too interested to back out now. I finish up my drink to the last drop. I think I'll take my chances. You tread a dangerous path. Then he nodded at something behind me. There she is now. Go ahead, before she leaves. I take out some money and tuck it under my glasses as payment and stand up from my seat. Your sacrifice will be remembered throughout all northern Marne. Out of darkness and the crowd, I spot the girl in the green dress making her way toward the door. She tugged the side of the coat tied around her like she tried to make herself look as small as she. I wave her over before she can leave. She sees me and stares at me blankly while I approach her. That's her. That's the girl. God, she's beautiful. I can't take my eyes off her. She's absolutely breathtaking, but she's not saying a word. You are not going to want to leave for a while. There's a big snowstorm raging outside. Alright, thank you. Up to bed thought. Actually, I was wondering if I could talk with you for a minute. I can only get worse from here. The girl in the green dress takes a moment to digest all this. Then she raises her eyebrows like she confused but doesn't want to admit it. What do you want to talk about? Well, about things. It got worse from here. Gosh, I've not done this in so long. The girl visibly recoils. I think she's trying to hold back laughter. I shake my head and smile. Time to try again. Here, what I mean is this. I listened to your song up on the stage. You have really pretty voice, and I'd like to talk you about your singing. If you have me, that is. I think I'd better this time. I think. The girl stares at me for a little while longer. I harps to gauge how her reaction will be. Then, of all things, she smiles. No one ever asked me about my singing before. Success. I'm honored to break tradition. The girl let out a small snicker. She let go of the side of her coat and rests her hand weakly at her side. Hi, I'm Emily. Good evening, Emily. Let me buy you a drink. I turn to be beside her and begin to lead her toward the bar. I haven't spoken to people like this in a long time. I wonder what's come over me. I'm finding it so easy, natural even. Like I'm acting out my own life, not observing it. Must be something in the air. You're too good for now. Yeah, thanks. Yes, alright. Once two of us are alone, I'll raise my crest and Emily hers. The sound together with a definite clinks. Cheers! Cheers! Emily eagerly lays her glass to her lips and shifts away. You have expensive taste in alcohol. She shrugs. Just for night, smart. Silently, we drink to our health. Afterward, follow brief introductions. I learn Emily is 22. You look as younger than 25. I get that a lot. We start to get to know each other a little better. Me, a professional singer. No, not even close. Well, I'm sorry to have assumed. No singers, just a passion of mine. I've linked it since I was a kid and I do it when I can for money. It's nothing serious. Of its passion of years, then it's not nothing serious. It's not what I went to school for, is what I mean. What did you go to school? I was studying to become a nurse. I wasn't interested in it or anything, but it was safe. There is still lots of people out there who don't like to see educated women This seems personal. I hope I'm not praying. And you graduated? No. Oh, I'm sorry. What's happened? Well, I'm not sure you want to get into it. I don't know what your politics is. I don't really involve myself in that. I don't keep myself too current. I don't have any strong opinions. If that's what I'm listening. Anything you can think of to say, you can say. I'm listening. Well, I was expelled from school for protesting the war. Expelled from school for taking part in peaceful protests. They can be allowed. It wasn't too peaceful in the end. Oh, that explains it. It does. We stopped to ship our drinks, and I mull over in my mind what to say next. Well, I'm sorry to have pride. Emmeline's face softened. Really, it's fine. It's nice to get to talk about it with someone. I take it there aren't too many new opportunities to talk to people here in Cedar. Not here too. Can I ask how you could, but it's a fun story. You can imagine my parents weren't very big fans of my expulsion. I figured they were livid, engulfed with rage. You think they were going to eat me? They were so angry, like they were going to lock me up in the cellar and bury the key. While she talking, her voice becomes thin. Obviously, it's reopening all the wounds for her. I feel bad for bringing it up now. They started pressuring me to find show me up to any rich young man or family friends who came by, trying to convince me to give myself up and marry a complete stranger. Made me feel like I was a hunk of meat being peddled in some marketplace. To them, my failure had branded me a commodity. I become a damaged good, something to be sold off, my value to be measured in nothing but the children I would be. I couldn't take it. I absolutely couldn't live like that. So you took off. You could tell. You seemed the type. This make Emily lose up again, but only a little. That's good. I have to try and help her feel better. I hope I didn't spoil her night. I will go ahead and take that as a compliment. Good. It was meant as one. I haven't meant to bring up bad memories. Like I said, it's fine. It's nice to finally I able to talk to someone about it. It's all been bottled up so long. I know how you feel. You can keep going if you like. Well, the rest is lots of the same. I pack up some clothes and some books and snook out in the middle of the night. I stay in the city a while with friends and the like. Figured it was the safest way. After some time thought, I knew I had to get farther away than that. Somewhere my parents wouldn't find me, so I ran, wandered from place to place, took cabs and buses when I could, walked when I couldn't, hitchhiked when I absolutely need to. I wasn't too safe, and as a girl, I have had to be careful, but I was smart. I keep my eyes open and it's taken me life. How? I know, but I don't know. I called my parents few times, just to let them know I was still alive. I'm a good girl like that. At first, they were even more furious than they'd been while I was at home. They threatened to call the police after me. Threatened me when I said I wouldn't come home. But after some time, as I got farther and farther from home, as I was gone longer and longer, they started. Hot lazy turned to bold. Last month, resentment turned to disappointment. Disappointment turned to sadness. Turned to regret. Turned to apology. Turned to begging me to come home. Evelyn looked visible, shaken. I feel so bad for her, but I know how she felt, and I know I had to let her finish. It's been more than 2 years since I left home. They started begging. By the end of the first year, I couldn't take it, so I stopped calling them. 여러분 지금 Farewell the Well을 엉클준과 함께 플레이하고 있습니다. Fare Thee Well, played by 엉클준 게임TV. 구독과 좋아요 부탁해요. Subscribe, like, please. 니마 안녕히 가소서. Fare thee well. Like the night has entered into the dreamlike state, I place a hand on Emily's shoulder softly. I want to comfort her. No, I believe me. This sort of life gets tiring after a while, having no safety, no security. Always needing to move from place to place. Searching for warmth every single night and praying every single morning you'll be able to find work and I feed. I drain you. I take a lot away and make you lose. When you can't ever stay in one place too long, I feel like everything in your life has time limits. It takes away, and you couldn't care less about what you want. Time runs out, and one by one, everything in your life, the people you meet, the things you gain, the sight you see, they leave. You are left with nothing again. And do you know what you do then? Yeah, you start over. You feel like you don't have any control of anything, like you're not even the person living your life. You feel like you're only sitting back and watching events unfold, like you are an observer from the outside. Looking, Evelyn seems surprised. It looks like I've understood her perfectly well. Right, that's how I feel. Thank you. Don't mention it. That's true how I feel. And I hate it. And I want to stop. And I want to go home. But I can't. I just can't go home. I don't have it in me to go home. I'm afraid of what will happen if you do. I'm beyond afraid. I'm petrified. I can't even breathe right when I think about singing my parents again. Even though this journey taken so much away from me, I feel like just giving up and returning home isn't going to give me any of the back. Isn't it? I feel like if I want to get back everything that's been drained out of me, I need to find something. I don't know what, just that's something I'm searching for. And if I find it, I can go back and live a normal life again. Emily sighs. If any of that makes sense to you, I try to assure her. I understand. You'll run away too. I shrunk. Something like that, but I can't say much. Well, that's not suspicious. No, it's nothing like that. I'm not a criminal. Obviously, I'm not. I'm clean. I just need to travel a lot. It's something. I have to go. I go from place to place, like you, and I search for things. I'm like you. Don't worry. I know you like me. I don't know if I knew before we start talking, but I definitely know now. I think that's why I've told you so much about myself. I've never spoken so much about myself before, not to anyone. Not in my whole life. I never spoken much at all, so I've heard. So that's alright. You don't have to explain yourself to me. Consider that an apology for me spending the last hour talking about nothing but myself. I'm sorry for that. I dismiss her with a wave. Really? It's fine. I don't think I've ever talked to anyone like this either. And I'm glad I could help you finally open up about these things. Emily beams. And it's all thanks to the fact that you like my sing so much. You need to tell me, huh? I laughed. Well, I did say you have a beautiful voice. We talked on and on, long into the night. We tell stories, learn about each other, come to understanding everything there is to understand. Still, I don't tell her my secret, but the conversation brims with life anyway. I've not spoken like this to someone in a long time. I've not felt this way about someone in a long time. The night is long and full of joy. We keep each other company, talking until we're the only ones left in the bar. Under the cover of the winter storm, under the dim bar lights, under the drowsy spell of insomnia, we talk and talk and talk until we can't talk no more. Holy hell, you two have been sitting here and talking the whole night long. The bar closing now. You're going to have to head home. I sorry. You're fine, young lady. But you should have this young man escort you home. But I'm not drunk. I can speak perfect fine, see. Yes, and it's unnerving. Considering how much you had to drink. The bartender turns to me and gives me a wise, slow, I will get her home safe. The snow has finally stopped, leaving behind sleepy town, wrapped in white. The snow is thick, cold, soft like a stuff of dreams. I feel like ground itself is sleeping, drifting in time and space and frozen in winter silence. Dormant like slumbering beasts waiting to awaken in the snow melt. Its heart still by the sleep cord. Like Emily and I are the only two waking people on the face of the entire earth. Emily grins at me smugly. My knight in shining armor. Are you going to escort me home and protect me from all evil? I refuse to pay. Yes, I swear I always safeguard you from the evil that plague in the town of Cedar, Maine. Sub-zero temperature and 40 wave lows. They really are so poorly paved. Yes, I've noticed. Your motel is across the bridge, right? My castle is yes. Right, let's go on ahead. And so we were off. Together we thrilled in the cold, huddling close to each other for warmth. Thankful. We talked all the way Evelyn Hotel, despite having done nothing but 4 hours already at the bar. By the way, Evelyn, yeah, what is it? I was wondering if you knew what the meaning of the song you sang tonight was. I first one that is. What Loch Lomond? That's the one. The Scottish. It's Scottish. That's all I know. My mother taught it to me, just like her mother taught it to her. She taught me a lot of the folk music I know really. I was never as big into the heritage as she was. But to answer your question, no. I guess I don't know what it's about. I just sing the words. A folk singer who didn't know what her song are about. I like the song. I love how they sound. I just don't know the traditional meaning behind each and even one of them. I suppose that's fair. But Loch Lomond Light, isn't that about two people traveling down different roads? At surface value, it all comes back to Scotch tradition. It's believed that when a Scot dies while abroad, their soul will walk the earth to return to the mother country, so that the deceased may rest in their homeland. The road that these wandering spirits used to return to Scotland is called the Low Road, as mentioned as the regular corporal road that living people like you and I use are the high road. The high road belongs to the living, the low road to the dead. That belief is what the song centers around. That's a bit depressing, don't you think? Quite the contrary. Think about what the lyrics are saying. The thing You think from perspective of Scott, who has died while traveling in foreign land. You lament that, although the pass of time has taken your friends and your lover away from you, you will finally be able to end your journey and return to your home, where you can finally rest in peace. I don't know. That's still very depressing to me. I don't think so. I think it's bittersweet. The journey of a singer has come to an end, but now that it's over, they can return to where they belong. I don't know. Personally, I love the song. Sometimes I feeling like I take solace in it. You find comfort in song that tells you you're going to die. I do. We all die, and every death is an ending. But what the song tells me is this: when my time comes, I will be, when I have done all I can in my life. I will have found what I was searching for, and I will have brought it home with me. It tells me that it will be my end, not that I'll be stuck like I am, unchanging, constantly moving, always searching. This person I'm right now is in constant flux, and the days of my life are numbered with a clear beginning and a fateful. I don't see any problem in that. In fact, considering neither of us have, some less sound like exactly what we need right now. Emmeline goes quiet, and she takes in everything I say. Yes, suppose you are right. We could both use some. Maybe not. Just before we reached the motel, Emily stopped me in my tracks, so point up to the side of the path, where a small park lies until the snow. Hey, is something wrong? No. She acted incredibly meek. Did I say something I shouldn't have? There is a cute little park here where I come to sit sometimes. It's on top of a big hill, and if you are sitting on the bench, you can watch the sunrise and the sunset from here. It's beautiful. I'd like to sit and watch the sunrise here with you. If you want, she wants to watch the sunrise with me. Emily, it's late. We should really get you to your room. Emily points to the sky. It doesn't look like the sun is about to rise. Violet and pink hues are starting to show in the sky, shining in faint ripples in between the clouds. We might as well just stay outside the whole night. She laughed softly. It looks like we just did Anyway, she's light. It had completely gone unnoticed, but we really have spent the whole night together. A new day was about to dawn. I had forgotten how quickly time could pass when you with a certain kind of person. When you're with someone like Emmeline, your light looks like we stay up the whole night together. I chuckled. We are horribly irresponsible. Emmeline laughed more, just a little bit. We find a bench overlooking the hillside. I wiped the snow off it with the sleeve of my coat, and we sit down close to each other for warmth. Emmeline pulls herself even closer to me, tugging at my arms. She leans her head on my shoulder and shuts her eyes. She don't mind, do you? I'm so tired. I think I'll rest my eyes for a while until the sunrise starts. It's fine. I think I will do the same thing. I close my eyes and rest my thoughts. It's been a wild night. I am so tired. Hey, Emmeline. Yeah? I'm going to tell you a story. It's a short story, but it's a complicated one. It's an important one. At the end of the story, you're going to have to decide what happens next. I want you to be completely honest with me when I ask you to do that. Alright. Emmeline yawned. Alright. I hope I'm making the right choice here. How do I even begin to explain? Say in the world, there's a young man out there who's been given the gift of eternal youth. At first, the young man was amazed. He was filled with joy. He was forever young, forever handsome, and forever strong. The passage of time had no effect on him. It didn't chip away at him like it did everyone else he knew. He spent some time loving this new life of his until he realized that the gift had been given was the end of a curse. Eventually, the young man saw what the passage of time could really do. He saw all people he cared about wither away, one by one. Family, friends, lovers, he could have done nothing but watch as each and every one of them fell into the grip of death from which he had been spared. He saw the place he knew as a child crumble into dust, forgotten, thrown away like false memories. First lost his home, then his people, then his own life. He was forced to escape, to break out and enter into the new world where he did not belong. He felt lost in that new world, hopeless, alone, forgotten. but eventually he got used to it. He realized there wasn't any point in wallowing in despair at the life he'd been given, and so he started to rebuild. He gave himself a new life, a new identity. But he lived knowing that there was one thing he never could do. He could never stay in one place for too long. If he did, he knew he would build bonds. He would form memories with the new place he found and the new people he met. He would make plans. He would feel emotion all over again, in all their full intensity. And that was something he could not afford, because he knew any bond he built would come only crashing down upon him in the end. The more people he came to know, the more people whose departure would hurt him, the more time he spent in any one place in the world, the more pain he was damned himself to suffer. He was truly cursed. All he could do was learn farther and farther and farther, as far as he could go toward infinity. As long as time continued to pass, he suffered the life of a wanderer destined to be alone. But one night he met someone, and that someone make him feel some way he had not felt since before his journey ever began. Someone special, someone like him, who understood him, who felt his pain, who knows how it felt to endure. He think he's found someone that could teach him how to love again. But he knows if he stay there with that person is found, he will only hurt them in the end. Because if he stay with that someone, they will age and he will not. They will die and he will not. And in his failure to die, he would rob them their chance at a normal life. He would take their life as his own, and in the end, he will find himself all alone again. What does he do then? 여러분 지금 엉클줍과 함께 Wayfarer 플레이하고 있습니다. Does he stay or does he chase that chance at true emotion, even if the knows in the end it will cause only despair? Tell me, what choice does he make? What choice does he make, Emily? What choice do I make? Emmeline? I open my eyes. I see the sun has begun to rise. To my side, Emmeline is fast asleep. I take long, finally look up. Her heartbeat pulses through her skin, through her dress, through her coat, through all the way to me. I can feel the drum steadily against me. I can feel it throb over and over again, full of such amazing life. I watch her, her breath freezing as it comes out in the crisp, cold air. Her skin is soft and warm to the touch. Pair the Theware played by Uncle June Game TV. 구독과 좋아요 부탁해요. Subscribe, like please. This is a real person beside me, with real heart, pumping real blood, with real emotion and real thoughts, and most beautiful voice I have ever heard in my life. This is Emily, and no matter how greatly I long to be with her, I cannot stay with her, and she cannot stay with me. It was never meant to be. I stand up carefully, hold her still to make sure she doesn't wake up. Once I'm off the bench, I set her down to be as comfortable as I can make her. Thankfully, it's warming up. I think she'll wake up soon after I leave. Just in case, I take off my coat and wrap it around her to make sure she's warm enough. I glance at a sunrise out on the horizon. I can't bear to look at it too long. I turn back, gaze at her one last time. The girl in the green dress, sleeping on the park bench. If only things had been different. Perhaps I could be happy once more. I begin to weigh away. I stop myself from looking back. Emily, I'm sorry. Goodbye. I wake away into wilderness as sun lights over the tree. I vanish like a ghost from a dream, wiping tears from my eyes. All I leave behind are footprints in the snow that are soon swept away by winter wind. June 13th, 19. June in Maine is still June. I should be accustomed to walk on baking asphalt my path. I travel light, always have a way I carry. I have nothing to do with what's in my path. Heavy thoughts are always with me. My memory constant company on the road. So many roads, so many parts, so many lives I see. It feels like forever since I was last in Canada. I wonder if I will still feel the same. tell me it will always have that feel, no matter how much concrete and glass are pouring and polishing. I think that memories can be that way too. As the years pass, the detail subtle shift, but the feeling seems to stay the same. Then again, we can choose to let certain memory fade, if those memory will allow it, of course. 여러분은 지금 엉클준과 함께 Favorite Well을 플레이하고 계십니다. Favorite Well played by Uncle Jun Game TV. 구독과 좋아요 부탁해요. Subscribe, like please. 파트 1은 여기까지입니다. 감사합니다.